This glue attachment uses tabs. So what I want to do is glue this so it's standing upright or perpendicular to the other piece of cardboard. So I'm going to make some cuts in the bottom, and then I'm going to bend these up in opposite directions. So it will stand up like that. And I'm going to put some glue on the bottom of those tabs. And stick it on. And the thing that you have to remember about glue is that it's not going to stick right away. You must hold it until it stays. And that takes patience. Sometimes you might want to attach a cardboard tube to a piece of cardboard. And so this is an attachment called a flange. Cut into the tube all the way around, and then bend these up. Then put that down on the glue sponge to get some glue on the bottom and attach it. Once again, hold it until it dries or until it stays on its own. I would like to introduce you to a fabulous thing called gummed tape. And it looks like a strip of paper with one dull side and one shiny side, which it is, but the shiny side is actually glue. And this is the tape, this is the kind of tape that you will be allowed to use for your sculptures. You will not be allowed to use masking tape for your sculptures, because one reason is because Mrs. Hanser really doesn't like the way it looks, and this is going to look a lot better and it works better too. So if I wanted to stand this piece up like that, I would take a piece of tape and cut it to the length that I need. And I can even do two pieces, one for each side. And then I have a sponge here that is wet. I'm going to take the gummed tape with the shiny side, and I'm going to put that shiny side on the sponge to get it wet. It's just like an envelope that you would lick, but I wouldn't lick it. That's why we're using the sponge. It's okay if the water soaks through, because it will dry. Then you will just put the tape on the cardboard where you want it to stick. And now this is kind of floppy, but I could do the same thing and put tape on the other side, and that will make it sturdy and stand up on its own. And there are all sorts of colors to choose from, and it really adds a nice pop to your sculpture. Sometimes when we're making a sculpture, we want to attach things that are a little bit heavier than paper or cardboard. So for those things, I have what we call tacky glue, and this glue is a little bit heavier and thicker than regular Elmer's glue. We just have to make sure that we clean off the cap, the tip of the glue before we put the cap back on, so that they don't get clogged up with dry glue. So if I'm going to glue this cap on, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on it and stick it on there, and that one seems like it's staying pretty well, but if it starts to fall, you need to hold it until it stays on its own. It just takes a little bit of patience.